Why, g'day folks, and welcome to another episode of Water Assassin Fishing. My name is Dave, if you haven't seen me before. And I'm here today at the very picturesque Nauru Head Campground, doing a double overnighter. And I am here to celebrate 500 subscribers. Can't believe it. Yeah, it's just a small little channel, I know that, but yeah, obviously there's 500 of you that feel the need to come and follow me along on these things. I've knocked off work early today on a Friday, and I'm gonna fish Friday, Saturday, and this is gonna be sort of home base, so just a bit of knowledge, I guess, the area. So south coast of New South Wales, this campground's about 20 minutes south of Ulladulla and about 20 minutes north of Bateman's Bay. It's on a beach, well, as close to the beach as you can get without saying it's not on the beach, and there's an abundance of fishing here. I don't have the Hobie today, so I'm just purely coming here to fish the beach. Like, got the big rod, got the small rod, got a spear gun. Not sure where the adventure really is going to take me. I've just got a heap of random things that I brought food wise. PSI is going to be joining me very soon. We've had about 200 and something mils of water in this area over the last week and a half, so it's been smashed pretty hard, which will make obviously the visibility pretty ordinary to be able to spear a fish, but hope's still high. I haven't brought any bait outside of the, I guess you'd call it, the bread that I brought, so gonna have to catch my own bait if I use that. And you can sort of hear, I'm not sure you guys can in the audio or not, but there's quite a lot of surf, big surf break, so not really sure what I can do today in terms of catching fish, but we'll see what happens. So with this campground, you can't actually like drive up to the campsite. You've got to sort of park in a parking spot, and then you've got to walk from there. The camping sites, some are pretty close, but others require, you know, probably about 200 or 300 meters worth of walking to get to. So I highly recommend, you know, just double checking your camping gear before you do this, to make sure you only really have everything you absolutely need and nothing more, because there's a fair few trips required if you don't. Anyway, while I wait for the infamous PSI to show up, I'm gonna go for a bit of a walk and offload some gear. Guys, I've got the King Daddy Deluxe, so this has got the blow-up mattress on the inside of it. You buy that from Kings as well. And while we're on Kings, I don't mean to talk about Kings a lot, I just happen to have a lot of their products because it's actually inexpensive. And some people say, and I hear it all the time, Kings aren't the best. And you can say whatever you like, it works perfectly for me. And if you go out camping every single weekend, like I do, then you're going to probably know what durability is. This thing has been with me for probably about 8 to 10 years. It's got one little scratch on the inside of it. Everything else is fine, and it gets used all the time. So don't listen to everyone else. Buy them, they're good. Jump in here, have a bit of a spear. One issue though, I don't have my weight belt. So most of my spear fishing is going to be done from the surface. But as you can see, we've got about a 2 to 3 meter swell there. Not super bad, but it's annoying. Because We've had a lot of rain. This is probably not going to be ideal, but we'll jump in and have a bit of a look around anyway. It needs some lunch. What I do, I thought I'd talk you through quickly my spearfishing gear. First thing, snorkel set. So I won't talk you through exactly what I've got, but I've got a basic snorkel there with a really good dive mask, and that's really important. Next thing is I have gloves, really important as well. These are just those ones that you get from Kmart, really cheap. I also have my spearfishing wetsuit. It's a 2-piece. This one is 2.5 mil. So pretty much used everywhere around the east coast of New South Wales. GoPro, which is PSI's one, that's going to be taking the footage that you're going to see in a second. I have the dive fins. These are the Cressy, just the cheap ones I use for rock hopping. Obviously sponsored by Dive, so you probably see those ones occasionally come out, but not too often. I don't do a lot of spearfishing nowadays. Got the dive float. I usually have shark bait. You guys have seen my green float. It's a wetty float boat, but I'm not obviously bringing that out into that kind of crap because it flips over and gets caught. So just a standard float, which is to my my float line, and then that connects to my Rob Allen 1100 sniper gun. Let's get in. Let's hopefully catch something. night attire on. That's what you've done. Oh, yes. Alright guys, just climbing into bed night one. Obviously just going to have an early one tonight. Hopefully get up really early tomorrow and get out and hopefully get onto some fish. Anyway, I'll see you in the morning. Oh, what do we got for brekkie? Oh, baked beans. Hey. PSI's got some baked beans as well. We got eggs. We got bacon and eggs. There it is. Righto, good morning guys. Nice and bright and early this morning. It was in the PSI, middle of winter. I think we're at like 7:30 now. The sun's only been up for about 20 minutes. Got the fire going. Got some coals there still from the night before. Just getting the pans preheated for brekkie. We're going to do bacon and eggs with some baked beans, I think, as well. Brekkie served. So just come down here to the water just to check it all out before we go get a spear gun. And it is lumpy out here today. The swell was meant to pick up. We've got a marine wind warning and see quite a bit of air pressure out there too with those clouds. So I'm not sure what we're going to do just yet. Obviously got the whole beach up there. We sent the drone up yesterday and we did find sorry, I took that off. So we did send the drone up yesterday. We did find a few breaks, a few rips down further, and obviously they're going to get bigger today with this swell. So what we might end up doing is, I don't know, it's a bit hard to tell. You sort of really want to get in there and have a bit of a spear around those rocks, but there's just so much water movement in and around there that I don't know if it's safe. So we might leave that. So you can see way out here, way out on the horizon is there. You've got some white caps starting to form. It's a result of that big dark thing that's coming in over the east coast, and I think that's going to make life pretty hard. I think there's meant to be like a 40 to 50k southerly coming through. We have a marine warning today, but yeah, definitely not going to jump in there and have a spear. It's just too much unpredictability with those waves. There's some big ones that come through at the moment. It's pretty calm, but and then all of a sudden that whole spot there just turns to crap. So I'm not even going to bother. And then these waves here are obviously getting pretty big on the shore break. I think we'll head back to the campsite and reevaluate some options. We might end up going for a walk, I think. Definitely canned the spearfishing today. If you can see out here, you'll see the swell. PSI's sort of got the small rod, I've got the big one, and we're going to try and target some fish in those gutters that we saw yesterday on a drone. For the day, I don't like to fully load my first cast up just in case I have something going wrong with the gear, and just because there's so much in these casts with these big lures. So just a nice easy throw out. It's probably about 40 meters that one's gone. And I'm just going to reel in the lure on a slow, well, not a slow roll, sort of like a medium roll, as my line goes down the beach a little bit. And this lure is sort of mimicking a bait fish, a fleeing bait fish, by flying through the water. So it's not really going to be something that the fish looks at and goes, oh, that looks like brekkie. It's more the flash of it that actually tricks it into taking it. So let's go again. Nice big cast. Weed hasn't run yet. Oh, it might be just a piece of weed, I think. Oh, it's not running. Nice freshwater lagoon. Let me check it out so we can see. So it's nice and shallow until it sort of drops off into this little, oh, water's cold. This little sort of shelf here, and then it goes into this sort of, you know, tea coloured runoff water that's coming out of this national park just here. And this would be a really good spot for prawns in and around these weeds. Water's probably about 5 degrees colder than it is actually. There's a little fish up in there. See it? What size fish or what kind of fish it is, but might be a little mullet. Definitely a good little spot here. PSI walks his way out into the lagoon. That southerly is starting, as you can see, the water starting to trickle through there. Definitely starting to come through now. I've got a 50k southerly coming through. There's a little puffer fish. There must be a fair bit of salt. So I'm starting to think that a lot of this might actually be on the high tide, might come up through. Just a worm there. I'll leave him alone. But that's, yeah, that's the first bit of wind that we've seen come through on this southerly so far. Up until then, it sort of stayed away. It was predicted higher. These untouched little paradises like this in summertime, this would be a really good spot to just come and sit down and just chill in the water. Probably have a little barbecue. But at the moment it's pretty chilly. Definitely a good 5 to 10 degrees colder than the ocean. Then guys, good hit. Well, this is giving me confidence now. Good confidence that this lure is going to work. It definitely came in, had a crack. Didn't commit though. Might need a little bit of scent on it just to give it that little bit longer to set the hook. But yeah, definitely had a go. Just in and around over in there. Sort of in close to those weeds that you can see. It's definitely fish in here. And I definitely have the right presentation, that is for sure. This is how windy it is. PSI's got his hat on the front of him and it's not moving. Yeah, so the wind's picked up as predicted, southerly. We saw the white caps out the back there this morning. We were protected from that headland that you guys can see in front of you. Now we're not, but I've just obviously had a fish in that creek. We've determined there's fish out because I got that big hit that nearly took the hook but took the soft plastic. So we're going to walk all the way back to that headland over there, which you guys aren't going to see because by then you're getting that fast forward. So we're going to have to walk into this wind for the next hour. And then we're going to get the gear, the light gear. We're going to come back, probably throw a few floats with some bread, try and catch some maybe potted mullet or whatever else might be in there, and also flick around and try and capture whatever had a go at me there before. Back we are. Oh, back at the lagoon now after the 2k walk back. We're just gonna, okay guys, just gonna choose the leader. So I've got the bigger stuff, 10 pounds. I'm gonna go with a 4 pounds. I was actually, or should I go 2 pounds? Should I go 2? Should I go ultra light? What do you guys think? Did you go ultra light? Let's do it. Let's do it. So that's actually 2 pounds leader. And I've got this here too. That should help the hookup rate. That last one actually had a crack and obviously didn't commit. Once it took that plastic, it sort of didn't obviously want to come back. So I'm going to throw some of that on and we'll choose a jig head in a sec. Well, we got some big floaty lies here. There's one there. It's not a bad size, that one. He's very big actually. That one be good 70 centimetres. I've got my foot in there. Got a couple more just here too, sitting on the edge of this sandbank. They look like a couple of days old. CI4 1000 reel, which is obviously then connected to this Yak Raider rod that you guys know very well if you watch my channel. I haven't fished 2 pound for probably about 6 months, so it's going to take me a little bit to get used to the feel of throwing this out without snapping this this line. Those who haven't fished with 2 pound before, I highly recommend giving it a go at some point. Just make sure your drag's set to accommodate. I figure it, whatever's in here is probably going to be very particular about what it's chasing. So the lighter I go, the easier it's going to be to catch a fish. Say it took me so long to actually get this rigged up because I could barely see the line. So if I can't see it, the fish is going to be struggling as well. You can clearly see a drop off out there where it goes from that sort of lighter coloured sand into like this deeper bit, which is straight in front of where PSI and I are. It's that drop off that we're really wanting to target. But the fish might see the lure back there and sort of follow it back in close. So expecting a strike right in front of us. You can see how that lure looks. It's pretty cool in the water. Slow drop, good for this shallow water. Oh, just got a hit, guys, right in front here. It's only a little nibble. Wasn't a big whack like I got earlier. There's definitely something there though. Definitely something in here. But I'm committed to you guys. I am committed to catching a fish. It's not a fishing video without a fish, is it? 2 pound obviously is very difficult to use in and around weeds because even the slightest small weed, little snag, can make it very difficult to get it back in. Whereas normally you can sort of put a bit of force on it and bring the lure back. Can't do that with 2 pound, so you got to be really careful about your casting. It's not a lot of snags, but you can see over there, even in close, those weeds. That's what we're worried about. Oh, you little floody, 2 pound leader. Oh yes, how good does he look? That's a little sand flathead, I think. Oh, we knew there was fish here. We knew it. Is he big enough is the question. Is he going to be big enough? I think he is. Yeah, he looks easy big enough, but the hard thing is trying to get this up here with 2 pound. So we're trying.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
Well done, mate.
Guys, we are on. We have lunch. How good is that? Sand flathead straight out of this little estuary right there in that lagoon. 2 pound leader. We went ultra light and it worked. Yes. Woo. How good is that? Let's get in here and have a look at him. So what I was going to do, guys, is I was going to try and get a photo and wash him, but I think it's probably better to dispatch him before I try and clean him in the water. What do you reckon, PSI?
Oh, I think that's probably a good idea, mate.
A smart option. Dispatched him, so thank you for your sacrifice, mate. I'm just going to leave him in this little pool that I've made just here. And yeah, he's going to stay nice and cool there as long as we make sure we don't forget where exactly that is. PSI, if I put your knife there, mate, you happy with that? So just going to leave him in that pool there, guys. Stay nice and cool. The water's freezing. Absolutely freezing. I'm going to fill up this bad boy here now. Good fish. Just legal. Oh, he's not just legal. He ended up going 41 centimeters. So just going to cut him up there. Just behind the head. Don't need to gut these, or some people also scale them. No need. If you're going to make them into flathead tails like I am, just try and maximize the meat at the top of the head, and then just follow the backbone down the side, cutting up towards the head, and then just back straight along the backbone. Sharp knife is very important with this. just using that as a tab to hold on to that skin while you cut between the skin and the flesh of the fish. It's that simple. I'll show you what that looks like. There's that flathead just there. You can really see through that it's actually done that well. But that's how you guys see them when you go buy them at the shopping centre or wherever you see them. That's how these things will look. That one I stuffed up a little bit. That's all right though. Okay, fun part. I got so much sand in this. I left the bag open on my backpack and sand got everywhere. The worst thing to cook with. I know I'm complaining a little bit about sand when I'm literally cooking at the beach, but if you haven't had sand in your food, you never want it. Okay, so I got the oil. I've got a lemon. I was trying to not get sand in everything. And I'm just gonna wash this pan out. A little bit of oil. Just gonna go in the bottom of that pan. So give it a nice little chunk. Actually, let's just cut it in half. And I can feel every single spike now. I'm just gonna add that straight into there. So the oil's got lemon added in. Squeeze it in. I'm gonna show you guys. Just gonna drop that straight into that oil. How good does that look? Bang, we're just gonna nibble at this. Now PSI's also brought, that'll be enjoying today, mate.
Oh, it's not spouting close.
Oh, it's CC. CC and dry.
Yeah.
Why is it the black label?
It's the premium one.
Premium, what does that mean?
They're stronger than the standard.
They're stronger than the standard. 1.8 standard drinks.
They're still weaker than your beer.
Oh. Jeez, that goes well, doesn't it? Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Good flooded. Alright, that goes down. I'm just going to nibble at this, guys. Sort of grab whatever you want, sort of thing. On the way back, the wind has picked up, as we said it would. And walking back feels like it's about 10 times harder, especially with this big backpack on. A lot of rain coming in out of here. You can see the rainbow there. Another one over there. High pressure system pushing this weather event through. And yeah, it's going to be probably a little bit wet tonight. Anyway, we're trying to make our way back after that great fish, that flathead. Bit of honey, wasn't a PSI. Smart move,
That's
mate.
it, yep.
That's going to act like a dish. And then we've just got the Ben and Jerry's rice. I'm going to bang on the inside of that. And now we don't need a plate. How good. We've still got some left over there for your dinner, mate. You reckon need a bit of a shake to make sure it all... Make sure it stays on it. Doesn't, it's fine. Just chilling here at the end of the video. Obviously, just want to say a massive thank you to all of you who have come along on this adventure with me. When I made this video, I'm actually making it to celebrate my 500th subscriber. You might watch this down the track and I might be on more, who knows. But yeah, just want to say a massive thank you for everyone that's come along on the journey so far. If you do happen to like these videos, if you wouldn't mind considering subscribing, that would mean a whole lot. And I am going to see you on the next adventure. Yoo-hoo.